Mm. Hello, hello, beautiful, and welcome to this Feminine Flow Friday. I am OKeba Anahata Ra. Y'all hear that coffee in the back? Mhm. I know you're feeling me. I know I'm feeling you. Coffee, yeah, that's nice. Lockdown, right? Folks feeling like they're on lockdown. Get out of lockdown, baby. Because nobody gonna lock down. You put my body on lockdown. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's roll. Let's roll. I'm gonna move this camera down just a little bit. Greetings, y'all. Greetings, y'all. Let me stop that here. Greetings, y'all. Hello, hello, beautiful, my beautifuls, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sisters. How are you? I hope you are very well. I hope everything is very well in your life. I hope you're feeling well. You're healthy, you're strong. I hope everything around you is well, healthy, and strong. I pray for you. I thank you for your energy, and I send you light and love and blessings always, always. I have to remember to say that because I've been giving things for y'all, and I've been sending light to you all. So I want to let you know that verbally. I want to let you know that in these videos that I'm doing that. In addition to that, I want to mention something from Wednesdays. Wild Wednesday, I mentioned something before about the hustle. When I was talking about the hustle, I didn't mention when I said something about not doing a queen me type of event. I am going to have an event, okay? But one of the things that I focus on now and what I'm being called to do is more of a healing sort of work. And so that to me is first and foremost, because a lot of us are having difficulty bringing forth things in our lives and getting the things that we want. Oftentimes a lot of it has to do with how we feel about ourselves and what's going on internally. Many of us have internalized these ideas of a lack of self-worth. We don't feel like we're worthy of receiving certain things. We don't feel that we ought to get things. So then when we do bring forth these things in our lives from our own thoughts, from our own minds, from our own ideas and desires, we sabotage it. We tear it down because we don't feel like we're worthy of it. And we have these self-destructive behaviors that are often repeated in pattern behaviors and histories that deal with our family. So that's the kind of work that I'm first and foremost interested in doing. So absolutely, I am going to definitely do some sister work. There's also work in the beautification process, which I think a lot of femininity that needs to be brought back to us women. We have to learn how to be more soft and more gentle and more sweet, right? More sweet. And that it is also another work that I'm working on. So look forward to that, as well as next month in September, I will be doing a feature for the ladies at Nazir's Kundalini boot camp. I will be there doing a segment just for the ladies. It's a pull-out feature specifically for the ladies, and it's going to be something special, and you're going to see why it's just for the ladies. So you will enjoy that. So I will leave links to that. That is signed up. It's for members. It's for members only. So sign up so that you can be a part of that. I left my water. My throat is a little hoarse. Can't get to my water just now, but we gonna make it through this. All right, so I don't think I said it yet. I am OKeba Anahata Ra, and I am here on Feminine Flow Friday, showing you how you can be the most beautiful and radiant woman that you are able to be in this lifetime, both inside and out. And today I want to speak about something that has been requested. Many moons ago, it was requested. It was highly requested then. I used to have a channel way back in the days, and I did a video about this, but I've been asked to do it again. It's an important topic. It's a very important topic, and I really want you to take heed to it, especially if you need it. And this is about another part of you, keeping another part of you nice and sweet and smelling good, and that's your vajiji, your vagina, your yoni, or like what I like to call your flower. Keeping it smelling fresh like a flower, all right? That's what we're gonna talk about today, keeping that flower nice and rosy and smelling like a flower, right? Okay, you might get some things done if you smell right. Okay, so I'll stop with that right there and let's move on with it. All right, so here we go. Now, to talk about the vagina, right? The vagina is one of many cavities that you have in your body, right? You have your ears, you have your mouth, you have cavities or places, folds where skin meet, right? So under your arms, under your breast, your vagina, as we're talking about, your anus, right? And even your feet to a certain extent, even though it's not skin on skin, it is a place where there's a lot of bacteria and toxins are released in it. And so toxins and bacteria build up in all of these areas. And all of these areas that I just mentioned do have a natural scent in their normal natural state. It has a natural scent. But you can minimize what might be considered the offensiveness of it or the pungency of it by some various things that you do. And specifically, I'm going to talk about the vaginal cavity and the vaginal area that you can minimize that. But quite frankly, if you do these things that I speak about, it'll help in all those areas of the body. Okay? So one of the first things, when we talk about it, we talk about cleaning. Of course, you must clean your body. You must wash your body on a daily basis and twice even if you can. Particularly cleaning that part of your body. Like it's really hot outside. We're having a heat wave going on now. So like if you're outside, you know, if you're working in the yard, playing with the kids, or you're running errands in a store, you're gonna get kind of sweaty, even in and out of the car. When you come home after a sweat, go in and spruce up, change up, clean up, change your undergarments, wash up, get up under your breasts too, ladies, come on. And you get in there and you clean your body. And one of the good things that you can use, is not always with soap and water, but I like to use this. These are perennial sprays. I was first introduced to this when I was having my birthing, my home birthing experiences, and this, you know, this went along with that. So cleaning that on the inside, spraying with this bottle with some water, you can put a little bit of vinegar in it and you can clean yourself. Having special towels that you use specifically for your vagina and for your anus. I like my indigo. I use my indigo. And I don't wash that with everybody's stuff. I clean my stuff separately. I have certain wash rags and cloths that I use when I'm on my cycle, and I have certain things that I use just to clean when I have to go to the bathroom. When I defecate, every time I'm washing it with soap and water and cleaning it with special towels. So keeping that area clean, cleaning also the anus because smells come from there too. Keeping that part of your body clean and fresh, washing up and sprucing up, cleaning up in between during the day at different periods of time. If you've been at work all day, when you come home, get cleaned up, get changed up before you relax. You might be dead tired. Freshen up a little bit, throw in your house clothes, and then you take your rest. So how it works, right? But clean your body, keep it clean, and don't go to bed in the same funk that you've had on all day long, right? Get that street funk off your body before you crawl up in your bed at night, okay? That's one way. That's one thing of keeping it fresh and smelling good, the cleaning part on the outside. Another thing, the second thing is not putting all kinds of chemicals in your body, meaning all kinds of sprays and perfumes and douches and things like that. You're really not supposed to put any type of douche or squeeze bottles up in there because the vagina is a natural cleaning organ. It cleans itself out. It freshens itself out. You know, you get moisture and it flushes itself out. If you're putting the right things in, especially that water, we talked about water. Check out my water video. It's beauty tip number 1, and where I'm talking about water. And just from some added tips to add water to your body, because that also helps to flush out toxins from your body, and it also helps flush toxins from your vagina. But not putting so many chemicals on there. If you want to spray down there, and I do, you know, like to put a nice little extra smell down there, but typically I spray on my undergarments, you know, on the inside of the thighs, lotion, you know, if you have your little spray lotions and stuff, inside of the thighs, on the legs and such, that works really well. That works really well for scents down there nicely, but not so much directly on the vagina because that can cause a problem. Those chemicals get in your body and it can cause you to get irritated. It can cause sometimes yeast infections, different things that happen when you're putting chemicals on the body. You don't know how you'll react. So on the underwear as opposed to the vagina itself. The last thing, which I think is the biggest thing and it's the key thing, has a lot to do with the foods that you eat. Your vagina Oh, I'm saying this the last thing. There is another thing that I didn't mention. Let me say this as my third thing, and then I'll mention the foods as my fourth thing. The third thing has to do with hormones, right? Hormones in your body also affect your the smell of your vagina, right? It goes through a natural cycle and a natural process. So, you know, when you're on your cycle, when you're on your cycle, it's gonna have a certain smell, you know, because you have your flow going on. And then after that point in time, when you have a period, your dry period, it will take on somewhat of a musky kind of smell. And when you're ovulating, you're gonna have more of a sweet kind of like cookie smell, right? When it's clean, when it's fresh, and when it's healthy, it's gonna have like this cookie sweet smell to it when you're ovulating. So your hormones that take you through your full cycle will regulate a lot of the smells, but you still can smell fresh at all times. You still should not have a fishy smell, right? This should not smell like fish. It should not be so profuse. It's hard for, you know, that means you need to, more than likely, you may be needing to clean it more and freshen up and change, you know, change out, spray out, using that bottle, you know, carrying it with you if you have to, if you're at work, and making sure you're cleaning yourself on a regular to make sure things don't smell. The last thing that I wanted to say has to do with the foods that you eat. Anything you put in your body, it's going to come out. It's going to come out in your skin, and it's going to come out in all of those areas of your body that I mentioned. So one of the places that you can smell it is down there. And if your diet, the cleaner your diet is, the cleaner you'll smell, right? So if you put a lot of fruit and vegetables in and not as much meat, you'll have a sweeter smell, right? And that's been reported. A sweeter smell to the vagina when you don't, when you have a cleaner diet, particularly women who, and I'm not saying you have to be a vegetarian or not, I'm just saying have more fruit, more vegetables, more water in your diet, and less sugar, less flour in your diet, right? We're still going back to that DFF 21 because it helps with all of this, ladies. It helps with all of this, ladies. And it'll have you naturally fresh. You'll be feeling like, oh, well, I don't even have to put spray down it because it's sweet. It's good. I'm good. It's smelling decent. You know what I'm saying? It's smelling good. You don't have to do all of the extras. I believe wholeheartedly in beauty inside out. You put beautiful things in, beauty comes out. A lot of times when you see people who eat certain types of food, like some people in different cultures, and not speaking anything negative about them, but certain people may eat things like goats and lamb and all of that, you can actually smell it coming through the skin. It might be on their clothing, but oftentimes you're smelling it coming through their skin. So when they're sweating, you smell it, and it's coming out of other parts of the body. So that's what I want you to be mindful of. That food that you're eating, that heavy beef, that heavy chicken, that pork, that whatever you're eating, it comes out in those orifices of your body, and it can smell a little funky, don't if you're not cleaning it well, and if you're not finding ways to cleanse your body from the inside out. Okay, so those were just some four things that you can do. The hormonal thing, you can't really do a whole lot about that as the third thing that makes your body smell. You can't do a whole lot about your hormones because those are your hormones. Those are natural hormones. But if you're cleansing and clearing your body on a regular basis, if you're drinking that water, if you're not putting a bunch of chemicals on your vagina and in your body and in your vagina, and if you're not, and if you're making sure you're cleaning, as I said, you can minimize the smells that come into, that reflect in your vagina. Okay, and so that's it. You know, we want to keep that, our lovely lady parts, our flower smelling like a rose, right? And for it to be as beautiful as we are, and to smell as gracious and as beautiful as we are. So that's it for today. Remember to be beautiful inside and out, and I will see you next time on Feminine Flow Friday. Peace.